Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the NECC and welcome to Overwatch Wednesdays. I hope you're having a fantastic evening, and I hope you've made it to the middle of your week doing so well. And we have an amazing, amazing matchup for you tonight as Hood College comes in against Lakeland University. And tonight, I am so excited. I am blessed to have the one and only. The man is so cool that they put it into his last name. My man here with me tonight, Connor Breeze is here. Connor, what's up, my man?
Not much. It's fantastic to be here tonight.
Absolutely,
Very excited
man.
about this matchup.
So, for people that might be brand new to college esports, man, what can they expect to see in Overwatch tonight? What kind of gameplay are we going to be bringing them to them tonight?
Overwatch is such a hectic game overall. You're going to see lots of team fights, lots of team play. You're going to see lots of explosions at all times, and basically a lot of coordination coming out from these two teams here tonight.
And absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, we are here in week 2 of Overwatch Wednesdays here at the NECC. These schools come in. Lakeland University comes in with a defeat last week, moving to 0-1 on their season schedule. Hood College comes in with a reschedule last week, so still at 0-0 coming into tonight's match. So it's going to be impressive to see how that lines out. Before we go any further, I do want to say a big thank you to our partners. Thank you to our friends at Helix Esports for all that they do for us, and of course, our friends on the West Coast at ESTV for allowing us to do what we do, and of course, them bringing in the NFL Alumni Association for past and present players to get involved in esports. Connor, as we get ready to go to this match, obviously we're going to start out on the streets of Havana. What can you tell us about this map and what to look for as players get ready to get into this first round of this match?
Well, the first map, you got to make sure that, you prep properly for that first push. That first push is probably the hardest push of the entire map, just getting that payload around the front corner of the map. The second thing that you're going to have to look out for is all those choke points going from the first checkpoint to the second. It's going to be a very, very hectic, and teams are going to have to be careful, or it's a long walk back from spawn.
Absolutely. A long, long walk for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are brand new here to the NECC, we want to remind you that 5 days a week, we have college esports at the highest level right here live. On Mondays is Monday Night Madden. You can check us out at 6 p.m. Eastern as Madden comes to you live. Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern time, you'll see myself in Voltage Plays for Valorant here. And obviously, Overwatch Wednesdays comes to you like live right now. And then Thursday nights, we move into one of the top esports of the country. League of Legends comes to the NECC every single Thursday night. And Friday, we like to wrap our week up in the best way, and we play Rocket League. First of all, Connor, I do want to ask you, man, I know that this is one of your first times here casting at the NECC. What do you think about the NECC and what we're trying to do over here, man? It's pretty exciting. I know we're happy to have you here as well.
The NECC is doing great things. I'm very excited to see all the stuff that they get to get their hands on in the future. Everything seems to be moving through very, very steadily, and I'm excited for everything that's going to happen in the near future.
Absolutely. And one of the things that makes us and everyone behind the scenes so excited is we are able to bring you guys college esports action from across the coast. I mean, look at tonight, for example. Hood College from Frederick, Maryland faces off against Lakeland University in Plymouth, Wisconsin. You're talking about different sides of the map and bringing these two schools together. I mean, it's exciting. What are you going to look for in this first map? If you're a team, if you're one of the teams in this first map, what are your plans for how you want to attack Havana?
Honestly, with Havana, you're going to need a lot of shields. As
Shield.
that's just how it is. You're going to need a lot of shields, and you're going to want to make sure that you're not getting picked off by a Widowmaker, and you're going to want to make sure that Bastion is something that you are going to have to deal with most likely. Bastion is very, very deadly on the first point of this map, especially. So I'm interested to see how these two teams kind of pick their different compilations and go from there.
Do you think, if it's you, do you think you go with a double shield setup here? Are you going to go with a Ryan Sig or maybe a Ryan Zar?
Push and then reevaluate when you go to the second and third checkpoints of this map.
For sure. Gotta love that Orisa Ryan combo, baby. Let's go. Absolutely, guys. We are getting closer as I am looking back now. The teams are in the chats. The spectators are involved. We are getting ready for Overwatch here at a high level. Want to remind you, later tonight, we are going to have another matchup in the Champions Division. Let me explain those divisions to you real fast. We have the Challengers Division and the Champions Division. The Challengers Division is just teams that might be newer programs, teams that are growing, right? And then that Champions Division is some of the top ranked teams in the country. Tonight, following this game, you're going to see Champlain College face off against California State, Des Hills. Two amazing programs. And Connor, I'll tell you right now, from everything from last week's action and all the things that we've heard, this round two, this second match of the night, it's supposed to be a barn burner. It's supposed to be an amazing matchup.
Oh, it's definitely a heavyweight matchup tonight. We're looking at 4K plus SR teams. We're looking at a big heavyweight match tonight, and I'm very excited to see how that gets going.
Absolutely. So it looks like tonight, let's see, what teams are we going to have colors in? Let's see here. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so close. Make sure let's put an R in the chat, Connor, for sure. It looks like they're getting ready to go, guys. I'm seeing a lot of readies, and we're getting ready to jump into this match. Guys, just so you know, this is a best of 3 series, best of 3 maps. But what we will do is we will play all 3 maps. Even if a team wins the first 2 maps, we will play that 3rd map. And the reason being, as we go through this 8-week season, at the end of this, playoff seeding is going to be determined not only by the team's record, but also by those map wins. So there might be teams that lose 2-0, but winning that 3rd map could help them in a possible playoff push down the line. Connor, from your experience, what do you think about the league setup and Overwatch in general? Let's not just talk NECC. What do you think Overwatch is as a space as a whole?
Overwatch as a space as a whole is great. It's already got a ranking system in place, and that kind of gives you a general idea, but there's a lot of teams that are definitely some underdogs that are ranked way lower than they can play. There's teams that just work together and are able to put solid game plans in place, and they can play it Grandmaster and higher. They're absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump straight into the map, and as we roll down the streets of Havana to get ready for this round 1 matchup, we're going to jump straight in there. And honestly, Connor, I'm going to let you take over and let me know what you're seeing and kind of show some of the people some of these choke points like you were talking about.
So as of right now, we're still looking to assemble the heroes for the night. I'm very interested to see what the attacking team has to offer here. I'm wondering, what kind of game plan they have in place for us tonight. Just wait to see. It looks like Moira, Zenyatta, Ryan with a Hanzo, Echo, and a Zarya. Interesting combination. And then the attacking team, it looks like Mercy, Widow, Soldier, Ana, Sig, and Ryan. It looks like some double shield from the attacking team, and like I was saying earlier, and then it looks like they're trying to hold corner with Ryan and Zarya would be my guess.
Man, you called it. You called it. Double shield, and they open with it. We are 5 seconds away, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into it. It's Overwatch Wednesdays, and let's Overwatch. Let's go.
Hanzo with a big sonic arrow to get the other team's formation all ready. Looks like everybody's just picking currently. Widow taking shots. Oh, picks the Hanzo. That's an early pick. So they're down one already before the match even really gets into the big fights. Let's see if Ryan and Zarya can hold. Oh, Zarya goes down too. Widowmaker with the huge plays. Big headshots only. Just currently poking now to see if there's any other picks they can make. And there goes both healers. This is a absolute run through of the first point. No problems here.
And just like you said, Connor, that first point and those early picks being so crucial for the other team to try and hold. As soon as they lost those healers in that early Hanzo pick, I mean, this team just ran through. No way to hold that corner on the payload.
The second you lose your supports, it is a very, very difficult game. It looks like they might be able to get another push on another hold on defense here. It is mere meters away from the checkpoint. 3 meters, 2 meters, 1 meter, and it is overtaken. It looks like they are staggered out of their minds right now. It looks like the main tank will be coming back from spawn, along with, who is that? Zenyatta and the main tank coming back from spawn. The smart thing to do here would just be keep backing up and poking and making sure not to get picked. Zarya, far left from the team right now, a little far away from the rest of everybody else, still poking. Hopefully Zarya doesn't get picked out of position here, and they can just continue on their way. Zarya making their way back to the team. Everyone's still poking now. Soldier on the top right. We got a Soldier versus Hanzo right here. Drops the heals, but not quick enough.
Massive pick.
Widow has walls here. Gotta be careful poking your head out without protection. Echo goes down. Widow's on fire this game. Cannot miss. Moira, main healer, goes down for the defense. Widow is a serious problem. We got the Sigma ult taking out the main tank, and now they are staggered again. It looks like second point's going down just as easy as the first point here.
And ladies and gentlemen, for all of you watching at home, Hood College is in the red, and Lakeland University is sporting that blue. Hood College with the absolute advantage here as they push past the second checkpoint.
Hanzo with a huge pick on the Widow. That'll give him some time. Widow has been rezzed by Mercy. They're just poking currently. It looks like the Rhine shields are down and damaged for Hood. Lakeland still has their Rhine shield currently, so they can be a little more aggressive poking, but they gotta be careful for that Widow. Soldier is one shot for Hood College. He's getting healed up currently. Everybody else is still poking like crazy. Moira throwing some damage orbs. Widow's still damage boosted in the back, still trying to get a couple picks here and there. That Moira survives by mere inches. Let's see how they hold the bridge here. Hanzo ult does not get eaten, goes through, takes the Ana, takes one of the main healers out. Let's see if the Mercy goes for a rest. Dangerous res there, but gets it off. Huge grab, but a little late without that Hanzo ult, so they coalesce instead. Really pushing through those shields. Widow and Soldier for Hood have the high ground here. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. And down goes Zenyatta. We have a slept Moira as well, and a huge anti-nade by the Hood Ana. Nanoed Rhine here. Oh, huge shatter. Absolutely massive. They are just steamrolling currently. And the pin. The double kill pin. And I just heard Widow and Soldier ult. This is not looking good for Lakeland University from the first point. Zen ults to get a touch on payload just to stop them from touching point. They are mere meters. 3.7 meters away. Hood Sigma ults and picks the Ana mid-air. Ryan is slept on Lakeland but gets back up. They are absolutely panicking right now, trying to keep that last couple feet. It looks like a huge anti-nade, but it does not matter because they could not take advantage of it. Echo gets a huge pick on Soldier. That'll definitely slow things down, except the Mercy reses it. Hood College is playing very well together right now, and they're very aggressive so far, is what I've seen. Hood's Ryan goes down. Their main tank is down. Let's see if they can hold off here with Lakeland, except Ryan for Lakeland is slept again. Let's see what happens. Mercy ulted, Moira ulted, but gets anti-naded and take down very, very quickly. Let's see how the rest of this turns out. It looks like Lakeland's actually going to hold them off this point, at least for a few minutes longer. Sigma's coming back from spawn. It looks like it's a 6v5 for the time being. Genji slept in the background. And antied. It looks like they're just back to picking. What is this? Reinhardt from Hood is going for the big flank. Is this a huge shatter I see? Oh, gets a pick with the fire strike. Oh, and the charge. Does not get counter charge. Goes right in and takes out both Ryan and Zenyatta. Huge plays from their main tank here tonight. They are just cleaning up as of right now. Big pushes here from Hood College.
I believe I got disconnected there for a second. Sorry about that. I apologize. One of the things I want to talk about right there. How about as they come in past that second checkpoint, you almost feel like for Lakeland University they had a huge miss with not running possibly that grab dragon there, and probably a chance to hold them off longer and get some more time there.
Yeah, they pop dragons very early. If they had talked just a little more and they could have combined it with that grab, that could have been a team wipe and a half. But unfortunately, they just got a little antsy pressing that Q button. But you know what? It does happen, and they just need to pull it back together for this next round.
Absolutely. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we will switch sides as Lakeland University will take control of the payload. Connor, from what you've seen, what do they need to try to do differently as Hood College looks to be playing together, playing aggressive, and staying grouped up? And what do you need to see here out of Lakeland?
Well, the first big problem I'm seeing is that Widowmaker for sure from Hood College. That Widowmaker cannot miss tonight. They keep getting early picks, and they keep not being in a full 6v6 for the team fight. So it looks like they need something to deal with that Widow to become successful in this next round.
Fantastic, fantastic.
It looks like they got a Junkrat for the shield break from Hood College. Otherwise, the compilation looks the same. We're still in the poking phase here. We'll see who gets moving faster. Echo looks like to be flanking around from Lakeland. Let's see if they can get anything done. They are flying up to the Widow. Let's see if they can get some good burst damage there. Ryan is there, so unfortunately, he is pushed back. Widow still has free range up top right now. Ryan's sitting on the high ground, which does surprise me. Huge pick on the Echo. The Echo has been picked down. 6v5. Ryan drops. And it looks like they're going to hold this point, although they are still fighting. 5v3. Genji gets a pick in the background and stops the res from Mercy.
Wow.
That could be huge for this next fight. Let's see if Ryan and the rest of his team can capitalize. Huge sleep. 3v4. They just could not capitalize quick enough, but maybe they can get there before their DPS, Widow, and Mercy come back from spawn. Let's see if they can get a good push in here.
And what a massive play by that Genji to get up as that Widow's getting pocketed by that Mercy to try to do something. What a massive play by that Genji, just not able to capitalize it.
Like I said, it's one of the biggest things they could be doing right now is trying to take shots at that Widow and get her off her game, and Genji's a great way to go about doing that. But the Widow still is free reign, and we got a Junkrat tire. Let's see what he does with it. Looks like he's trying to flank around left through Cafe. He's getting through shield, and he gets a double kill. Zarya and Lucio go down, and they're cleaning up the rest. Widow pops walls. Ryan is finished off by the Widow. The Widow is just dominating here tonight. Oh, takes down Soldier as well. They are holding this point incredibly well. It looks like they have a Winston for dive now coming out of Lakeland College. Pops a bubble early just to poke and get some protection for his healers before everyone to catch up. Looks like Winston's going to the side from Lakeland College while everyone else is pushing main except for Lucio. Widow's still got free reign up top. He died. Winston, oh, huge shatter. Can he capitalize? He's antied. Ryan goes down from Lakeland, and then you also see a Sig ult, and you see a Mercy ult from Hood College. They are popping ults to survive here. It looks like they have an even ult economy here. Big anti-nades from Hood's Ana as well. That is becoming a major problem for Lakeland right now. Seems pretty even going forward. They beat And Blade! Here comes the Blade. Can Genji get anything done with this? Goes down with Ana, but Nano Ryan misses his shatter. But does not matter. Hood is pushing forward regardless. Really taking advantage of how separated the team is currently. Lucio and Winston are the only two that remain for Lakeland currently near payload, and they are backing out now. Winston, very low, looking for some heals. Junkrat from Hood being very, very aggressive, pushing in front of shields. Missed sleep dart.
30 seconds left.
Widow still with the free reign up top, just damage boosted, trying to get some quick picks off. Junkrat doing some great shield damage below. Takes out both healers. Lakeland's in a bad way here, looking forward. No healers is something very tough to deal with. Winston ults and rages, but he is very separated from everyone else and has no help right now, unfortunately. Soldier's trying to get some quick last shots in. Overtime was touched. Lucio, let's see how long he can contest for and maybe turn this thing around. Widow is still doing work. Junkrat tire you got to be careful for. Double kill. Both healers go down again. Soldier ults. Oh, and a huge shatter. This could be massive. Absolutely crazy. Sigmund grasps to take over some of that damage. Widow's still got free reign taken over. Winston jumps the Widow, though. Takes her off high ground. She grapples away. Genji's the last one on payload, but Moira coalesces, but gets shattered by the Ryan. Lucio still alive, doing a great job contesting. Antied right now by their Ana, gets C4'd, and that'll be round 2.
You know, as we look, first of all, I think we cannot skip over the fact Hood College just playing a team game of Overwatch right now. Impressive.
Yeah, and you really, really have to be almost impressed by their Reinhardt taking those risky flanks and actually capitalizing on them. He is getting in here, as you can see with the play of the game. He is taking those risky flanks and having faith in his team that he can get things done.
Absolutely. So the first map goes down and goes Hood College's way. And how about one of the things, Connor, I'd like for maybe you to touch on? How about I know that we could talk about the pocketed Widow, but let's talk about the mercy play from Hood College, not only staying with that Widow, making sure that damage is possible, but we saw some massive, massive res in traffic to be able to keep those team fights alive.
Yeah, and what you can see there is just some great, great teamwork. You know, the Mercy having faith in her teammates to be able to shield her and protect her for those aggressive reses to keep them in the team fight at an advantage. You know, it's also something to be noted that every time they start losing, you know, one or maybe even as much as 2 people, the Mercy pops that ultimate and keeps the rest of the team alive until the next team fight. You know, it's some great work out of those supports.
Massive.
The Ana's also hitting some amazing anti-nades. You know, there's something to really watch out for that can be absolutely devastating to a team to deal with.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready, it is a 1-0 advantage for Hood College right now. As we switch scenes and we go to the high country, we head to Eichenwald. Connor, right now, if you're Lakeland University falling in that first round, what are you looking, what you've seen from this Hood College team, what are you looking to do here at Eichenwald in this second round to try to keep you in this match?
Well, it looks like they have the right idea. They've been trying a few new things. They've been trying to dive with a Genji. They've been trying to dive with a Winston, and they just have had no luck recently. Unfortunately, this is another map where there's some areas where Widow can be absolutely devastating to a team. So it looks like they have, you know, the right idea. They understand, you know, where some of the problem areas are. And, you know, it looks like they're starting to have a solid game plan moving forward. I am interested, however, to see how they play bridge moving up.
For sure. We know how much you love that Bridge Lucio play. We've talked about it in pregame. We know it. So what can you tell our new viewers about this Eichenwald map?
So this Eichenwald map is beautiful. It's a well-made map. So first point, you come out of spawn and you have basically a full corner of a free push before you get to a choke point. That choke point's probably the first big obstacle of this game for any attackers. Defense has 2 really good sight lines on this corner right here, but you know what? It is very, very difficult to push through as a team, no matter how many shields you have, no matter how cohesive you are. If the defensive team is well put together and is doing lots of damage, it is difficult to get through.
Lakeland University going to switch it up here. They're going to go with a Rhine Hog, bring the Ana and the Junkrat out, and also bringing out an Ash to go along with that Mercy play. What do you see over there at Hood's lineup?
Hood's lineup's looking very similar, but no Widow. They have their DPS choices today are Soldier and Genji. You know, it looks like they have an interesting composition here. Lucio Moira for the supports, as well as a Rhine Zarya combo. Rhine Zarya is very, very lethal at close range. They can be devastating to breaking up team comps.
Ladies and gentlemen, map 2, round 2 of this match. Let's get into Overwatch. Let's go.
Now, as you can see here, they're at that first real choke point here. This is the toughest bit to push through here. You know, let's just see how they hold it. You know, with one shield for each team, it looks like they're pretty even in terms of shields, but their shield break is just too much from Lakeland. They have gone through shields. They've already used Bubble from Zarya, and they are in a, it looks like, mediocre way right now. Genji's popping in, trying to get some heals. Friendly anti-nade for Lakeland with the big heals, and big Mercy res on that Junkrat there. So they are still at an even team fight right now. Big hook, but does not capitalize. Junkrat is up top. Genji walks right past the Junkrat and into the Rhine. Huge tire. That's absolutely massive. That's a lost team fight if I've ever seen one. That tire is absolutely dominant in that position.
Connor, you just can't give a Junkrat free reign sitting on top of bridge of that first choke point, just raining down damage as you come around the corner. One of the DPSs has to counter that.
Oh, for sure. Unfortunately, I don't think the Genji saw when he ran inside and upstairs. Oh, big Bob here too. Beat to stop it, and the pin to pull the Bob to the background. I hear a blade as well. Genji's blading by himself. Does not get it accomplished, gets whole hogged. It looks like their teams are popping ult after ult after ult. But Lakeland with some huge plays here, absolutely taking over the scoreboard right now. Moira coalesces, but to no avail, and gets hooked by the hog. Fades out and barely escapes, but is being chased by the Reinhardt into bottom left room with the health pack. Team is back, and it is a 6v6 still. This is what I was talking about with one of those very, very difficult choke points to get through. Hood is having a very difficult time with the amount of shield break that they have coming from Lakeland. Hog misses a hook there. Lucy on the left side just vaguely poking, not really doing a whole lot. Soldier's also pushing top left in front of shields. Junkrat got real aggressive from Lakeland College. Oh, hook and a shatter and a reverse anti-shatter, but there's nothing that can be done there. A grab from Hood, but no one to capitalize. Bob in the background, really taking work on the rest of the team without a shield. Now they have to back up with no main tank, unfortunately.
And for how about for Lakeland College? This is a coming off that first map, getting ran through. This is a massive stand here for them.
Another tire blocked by Ryan Shield. Missed hook by Hog. Their main tank goes down. If there's no res, this could be massive. Whole hog by Lakeland. Mercy also going in there, getting the res. Gets the res off on the Reinhardt. Now main tank is back in action, being able to hold the rest of the team off. Ryan hooked into the background, but kills Lakeland's Ryan. But Hood College seems to be going forward. We got a sights from Soldier on Hood, and they are just cleaning up the kills after that. It looks like first point goes to Hood.
And as they take this first point, you have to be impressed, though, with the way that Lakeland held and really pushed for time here.
Oh, for sure. And it looks like Hood also has ult economy over the other team here. Lakeland does not have any ults. Closest ult is Reinhardt and 47%. But Hanzo is sitting with Dragons ready to go.
You'd love to see from Hood. You'd love to see when they get in one of those team fights, possibly a grab dragon here. I'd love to see one. One of my favorite combinations in the game.
Big pick from Lakeland. Main healer goes down. They are just healing with a Lucio right now. Can they hold off? Spawn's not far, but it can feel like a mile away when the rest of your team's in a team fight. Ash on the high ground, taking free reign. I don't think they've even noticed the Ash yet. Now being damage boosted by Mercy. Big dynamite, and there goes the Bob, but there was a huge shatter from Hood. Now the team is split, but let's see how they interact with this. Hanzo goes over top. Oh, Bob just cleans up from Lakeland. It seems like the Ash is going to be a problem moving forward. They have not been able to deal with a Bob yet.
So they switched up on us. Okay, so looks like we've switched on us. Blue will be Hood College for this round.
Oh, man. So, they're back to the... oh, huge shatter! Shatter, Fire Strike. They are being dominant as ever. Whole Hog, too. They are not afraid to use their ultimates. Seems like ult economy is fairly even with a Mercy ult, Tire, and Nano coming from Hood College. And, ooh, it looks like Lakeland has 5 ults here moving forward. They just got 2 more with that next pick. Let's see if they can capitalize here. 54 seconds on the clock. Bob's coming back out. Let's see if they can deal with it. They beat it, which is a great plate for it. And a Coalescence. Big anti-nade on the Lucio, but it looks like the Storm Arrows and the Coalescence are going to push through again. It sounds like another Soldier ultimate. They are just using ults over and over and over again. There's a Grav and a Shatter, and there's finally Grav Dragons, but unfortunately Hog lives through it. Although very, very separated from his team right now. It looks like they are getting a very, very good push right now onto Bridge, which is one of the most dangerous places in the game. Let's see if they can get a good team fight in before they reach there. It looks like they will. Now, what you got to be careful for here is getting knocked off the edge with that Reinhardt swinging. Oh, huge hook! Lucio, though, Lucio can ride walls. He lives, but it would have been a great hook on anyone else. He's antied and in the background. Let's see if he can get any boops in or any plays. He gets hooked by the Hog again and just kind of gets him off of him. And they're picking, oh, huge shatter. And they are pushing back through. They could not touch the payload. Round goes Hood.
What an impressive play. You could see that they tried everything. I know with everything in your heart, Connor, you were looking for a Lucio boop off of that bridge right there.
I had high hopes for the Lucio.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So as we switch here, what Connor, what do you think? How would you counter if you're Lakeland University and you're needing to switch? What are you looking for to do here?
Well, they did significantly better that time. They had much more cohesive ults, and they were really pushing together. It looked like they just needed to get warmed up for the day. However, that Ashe is still a problem. Those long-range hit scan characters seem to be quite an issue for them moving forward. Dealing with that, having a dive composition is never a bad thing, or somebody that can just really take care of those characters that control the high ground.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it is 1-0 in favor of Hood College here in this second map. We're going to get ready. We're about 23 seconds away. Again, as we wait, we want to say thank you to our friends over at Helix Esports for all that they do. And, of course, our friends over on the West Coast in ESTV, providing some of the best esports action in the world on their cable networks. So it's an exciting time to be here at the NECC. Sure. We are 5 seconds away, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bounce back and let's go. It's time for Overwatch. Let's go.
It looks like Hood is using a Reaper composition this time around. Lakeland with big control over the high ground currently with Moira and Soldier, but they jump back down to rejoin their team as the push goes forward. It looks like Hog Sigma moving forward from Hood College. They seem to be pushing through rather well, though, here with that Reaper up in everyone's face, really taking advantage of his shield break ability and his lifesteal. Zen and Moira and Reaper all get picked. It looks like they're going to have to regroup and try again. It looks like it's time to back off, but they're still fighting 3v4, 2v4. Sigma gets picked. It is time. There's nothing else they can do here. Reinhardt is back. It is time to back out.
What a huge pick on the Sigma there to save you think you might lose points. Your tank is coming back from spawn. You're going to lose that point there, and you get that huge Sigma pick, which backs them up. It's a super impressive play.
That was the last thing keeping them alive through that situation. Bob goes into the back line. Great positioning on that corner there. Fairly protected, but still has a good vision of point. And now it looks like they can just run rampant through the middle. Whole hog as well here. They're popping 2 ultimates, picking 2, if not 3. And it looks like they're going to be taking the first point here. Oh, Moira is still here. Fades out a hook, but dives on just to contest at the last second, but nothing could be done about it.
So for those, if you haven't seen much Overwatch, you're going to see that cart, that payload, moving across that timeline across your screen. The goal is to get it to that yellow check mark, which is the time lapse that they had in the first round. And if they can get that, they're going to win this round. Let's get right back into the action.
It looks like Lakeland has 4 ultimates for this next fight. Almost 6. They almost have a full team of ultimates here, whereas Hood only has 3 ultimates ready for this fight. Now, if they use their ultimates properly, they should be able to walk through this fight and be able to defend. We have multiple ults coming here. There's 2 Moira ults and a Zen ult, keeping everybody alive. All healers use ults. Huge shatter from Lakeland, and there is the Shatter Dragons. Not quite a Grav Dragons, but you know what? Shatter Dragons is very, very effective when timed properly.
I'll take it,
Junkrat on the high ground, and it is just an absolute onslaught of a team fight right now, but it looks like Hood is continuing to push forward. Ryan is discorded, and he is the last one alive. He is just slowly avoiding death until the corner. He's a little staggered, so he'll have to get back as soon as he can to be able to touch and prevent this next team fight from being lost. It looks like Hood is being aggressive as ever, keeping them back. They have no tanks up there. Reinhardt's finally getting back. Roadhog from Hood is going on the flank on the right and looking for some hooks. Bob is right next to the payload, and he is grabbed as well. It looks like ults are being popped like crazy here. Another grab. Ooh, it looks like Hood is going to come out with this one. Absolute solid play, solid team play, and solid ultimate use coming from Hood College.
Absolutely. Coming from what a play to bounce back. You feel like you see. Let's go ahead and look at this play of the game first. What are you seeing out of this Junkrat play of the game?
You know, he is doing his job. He is breaking shields, and then he does what Junkrats do best, getting behind everyone and taking out the most important people, the healers, with his tire. It was an absolute massive brain.
So, Connor, wow, what a way to start our night off here. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a best of 3 match. So Hood College has taken the match today and will get the match win. But we are going to play this 3rd map. This map is so crucial. We're going to go to Ilios, and this map is so crucial because the possibility as we get later in the season for playoff seeding, map wins will count. And I mean, what can you say about Hood College, Connor? The fact that you come out, you win that first map. As you get into the 2nd map, Lakeland University comes out, and you think that momentum might change. I think there's something to be said about Hood College coming back together as a team and playing together and end up winning the map.
Honestly, it looks like Hood's been playing together for a while. It looks like they're so easy to rely on each other with that, you know, they can run these different comps and run these different plays, and it just works smooth. It doesn't matter what the other team throws at them. They'll be able to bounce back from it and then come up with a cohesive game plan moving forward.
Absolutely. So as we get ready for this 3rd map to see who's going to win this map placement, we go to Ilios, the beautiful land right next to the sea. And as we jump straight into the map, as you look down, Connor, tell us a little bit about this Ilios map, as we will be saying this map later in tonight's match as well.
So this map is all about point control. There's a point in the middle of the map, and all you have to do is hold that point while the other team cannot. What you're really going to have to worry about is those tight corners once you get near the point itself. In that room is the point, so once you get in there, it becomes hectic, to say the least. Everything else you're going to have to worry about. There's not as much high ground here. There's 2 balconies that you can look out for sniper fire or hit scan fire. But everything else will be fought in the main courtyard for the most part. It seems like whatever team is able to hold the point more and just be more dominant as a whole, as a cohesive unit, it will take this match today.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready, 10 seconds away, you're going to have Hood College in the blue, Lakeland University in the red as we get ready to go. Let's see who's going to win this final map. It's on. Let's Overwatch here on Wednesday nights in the NECC.
Ooh, Pharmacy coming out from Hood College here. Getting some easy damage in from above. It looks like the team fight's just being gotten into. There is already been a pick or suicide from Farah, but is res by the Mercy. You have 30 more seconds before another res can be used, so hopefully it was worth it. Junkrat on the Reinhardt, who's taken a lot of damage here, but it looks like the Torb and Farah are both inside the point, and they are just taking the point over. They had great control there. They controlled the exit points, and there's just one Junkrat left on point that was taken care of by the Brig. It's an interesting brawl comp Hood's running right now with a Sigma Rhine, Torbjorn, Brig, Farah, and Mercy. So it looks like they just want the Pharmacy to be elsewhere while everyone else is kind of in the thick of it. Although Farah seems to be getting real down into the action. Sig Ultimate takes out Zarya, and they finish off with a barrage to take out Moira and Rhine. It looks like they are just pushing into spawn here. It is not looking good for Lakeland currently.
It's not. And I'll tell you what, Connor, if I don't get to see some kind of Lucio or Hog boop or pull off the back of this Helios map, I'm going to be highly disappointed.
You do have to take advantage of the area you're given and of all the different things that you can use in the map to your advantage here, which it looks like Hood is doing a fantastic job of holding corners and taking away the only locations for the other team to move through. They put them basically into a choke point, and if they don't back out, they are just going to be running into a brick wall for the rest of the night.
Absolutely. Yeah, we talk about, we make jokes about wanting to boop somebody off the back, but they can't even get around the corner right now. They're going to... Lakeland University.
Brig and Sigma go down from Hood. Lakeland's Lucio gets pushed down, but it looks like Hood's going to get pushed back here a little bit. Farah's still taking shots from above and not really being contested all too much, but it does not seem to matter to Lakeland, who is going to the point, who only has a Torbjorn contesting it currently. Torbjorn ults, but it is not quick enough. It looks like they lose the point. Oh, ults anyway, gets 4, 5, 1 left on point. It's just the Junkrat. That was absolutely massive. Lakeland had a chance, and Farah said, no, not today, no thank you, and took that point directly back.
Wow, Connor, at the end of round 1 almost being over, what a massive ult by Farah.
You know, really that Farah was just doing her thing and asserting dominance, you know, out of position, you know, team is gone. Farah's like, you know what, don't worry guys, I got this one, I'll take over from here, and absolutely obliterated the other team.
Massive play. Now, Connor, I have to tell you, this is one of my favorite points in the entire game of Overwatch because of that massive hit of destruction. I am so tired of getting hooked into that hole, but explain to people what we look for at this final map point here, right here.
Well, like you were saying, it's something to be careful of. There is a gigantic hole in the middle of the objective here. It is an absolute wonderful place for a Roadhog, a Lucio, and even sometimes a Brig. They can really dominate here, getting terrain kills instead of having to actually finish opponents. You know, a hook can be absolutely devastating here. It looks like there's 2 Pharas, but only 1 Pharmacy right now. It looks like Lucio's on the high ground, just kind of seeing what he can do from Hood. Lakeland still pushing, but loses their Farah. It looks like the Mercy has been absolutely important here, going forward, keeping everybody alive and keeping the reses. Jumping from person to person to person. Tries to get the res off, but is not behind the shield, so goes down, unfortunately. Orisa and Lucio's on the point, but there's that boop we were talking about. Lucio gets the Sigma, and now it is Lucio, Orisa, and Sigma left for Hood College contesting this point. Lucio gets another boop. Like I said, you gotta watch out for those. Lucio is really keeping this fight even right now. Almost gets a 3rd boop. Oh, Moira goes down. I'm not sure if that was the Lucio boop or the panic, but either way, goes down the well. The well has gotten the most kills this round so far. Res by Hood College there, and it looks like they're going to be very, very, very good at holding this point right now. It looks like they just got it, and look at that, 1%. Got to look out. Hog on the left side looking for those hooks, and Farah having an absolute mix-up with the other team. Farah v. Farah up top, while Zarya pushes. Moira from Lakeland coalesces, but gets shut down by the Barrage, and the Barrage gets shut down by Lakeland's Orisa. It looks like they're still pushing, but Hood College looks to be the one in control here. Junkrat Farah duking it out, but Junkrat seems to be more aggressive there, with Farah going straight up instead of continuing the fight. Farah misses the boop, doesn't get anyone with it. Orisa hardens and walks forward, but it is not enough. Roadhog hooks the Zarya. There's nothing you can do there. Soldier ults, and it looks like he is going to take care of the Mercy and the Orisa. Almost gets booped in by the Farah, and it looks like it's contested on the last second by the Lucio, but it is not looking good for Hood right now. Oh, huge tire. It looks like that tire could turn things around, and whole hog from Hood, but he gets taken out by the Farah. It is still contested 61% Hood College. Farah on the ground, but gets taken out by the other Farah from Hood. Orisa's fighting through shield right now, but Hood had more people on point, so broke the shield much, much faster. And they are still, Lakeland's still poking around that corner, trying to get some damage done and break the shields, but it does not look like they're making any headway currently. Orisa goes down by the Junkrat, being damage boosted. Moira from Lakeland is on point, narrowly gets missed by that hook right there. Mercy flying above, keeping everyone alive, but Lakeland's Farah drops a Barrage. Does not pick any with the Barrage, but Hood answers with their own Barrage and takes out Farah. It looks like it's overtime, but they are pushed back to spawn too far. What a game.
I mean, massive. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch this play of the game. See, and it is the Farah. Let's see this play.
I'm guessing it's the first point when she just walked in and annihilated the whole team. Picked the Zarya, goes in through roof, not expecting that. Absolutely unloads on the whole team. Takes all the entire enemy team and just says, you know what? Put my team on my back. I'll do this myself.
What a game, ladies and gentlemen, in our first match of the night. Hood College comes up on top, moving to 1-0. That will drop Lakeland University down to 0-2 in this brand new NECC season. Connor, what a match we just saw, and almost pure dominance by Hood College as they moved forward through the maps.
It just looked like Hood had spent more time being cohesive as a team. You know, they worked on their mechanics a little longer. And it looked like Lakeland just needed to, have a little bit more time to get the rust off. Game 2, they were looking better. They were getting some great pushes, some great defenses, but it looks like Hood was just dominant throughout those 3 games.
Just too much. And I think for all the teams in the, I think if you're in this challenger division here in the NECC, I think if you just saw this match and you're watching live, I think Hood College just made some people stand up and pay attention as this season gets ready to move forward.
They are definitely someone to look out for in the future.
For sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we say, Hood College takes Lakeland University in our first matchup of the evening here in the Challengers Division. But we want to remind you that you can see everything live right here, but we shift ideas, we shift plans, and we look towards this evening. Champlain College faces off against California State Dominguez Hills in the Champions Division here at the NECC. Connor, I don't know about you, but I am so ready for some super high-class Overwatch this evening.
Oh, it is going to be hectic. It is going to be aggressive. It is going to be everything Overwatch was meant to be. And I'm very, very excited for it.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that you can follow all the action and everything we do on our social medias everywhere at NECC Games. And of course, you're watching live right here. There's multiple places you can find us, but of course, our home right here on Twitch at twitch.tv/NECC_esports. Before we go, I do want to say one more thank you to our sponsors. Excuse me, Helix Esports, and of course, our friends on the West Coast at ESTV, bringing some of the hottest esports action from around the world right there live, and of course, the NFL Alumni Association. Past and future players come together and help us out. Guys, Connor, first time we've ever casted together, man. I sure enjoyed the heck out of it.
Yeah, that was a great experience, great time, and I'm looking forward to doing more.
Absolutely, man. Guys, don't go anywhere. Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we are going to be back here live with Champlain College versus California State Domingo Hills. Before we go, I want to say thank you to the NECC. Thank you to our commissioner, Jacob Van Ryan, our director of esports, Caleb Glubb, and of course, my main man, Hunter, my producer back in the studio. And obviously, ladies and gentlemen, Caleb Breeze here at Casting with the Night. My name is Jaron Bell. We will see you later this evening for some more Overwatch right here on Overwatch Wednesdays at the NECC. And until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day. Stay blessed. We'll see you soon.